Building resiliency in struggling students. 7 key ideas from research. A focus on cultural diversity in our schools. What is resiliency? The ability to persist in the face of adversity, or the ability to bounce back after facing a challenging situation. In just a few short weeks, the doors will be opening and our children will be returning to us as a new school year begins. Many of our children are labeled as at risk for academic failure or inappropriate behavior. What is our role as educators? How can we help our students be successful? I'd like to share 7 key ideas from research. The following ideas are great resources to help our struggling students become resilient. These key ideas are from a recent ASCD article, and each of these key ideas are research-based, proven to help students with academic achievement, behavior, and long-term success in life. Key number 1, avoid labeling children as at risk. When provided with the appropriate support, our children are capable of great things. Children will live up or down to the expectations we set for them. Instead of labeling the children, label the environment or the situation as high risk. What can we do to show positive reinforcement without labeling? Always watch our tone of voice. Sometimes it's not what we say, but how we say it. Always have a smile on our face. Use open body language. Arms crossed across the chest, show closed off. And use strength-based speaking. Key number 2. The person who delivers the program is more important than the program itself. Personal relationships and connections are the foundation for effective programs. The programs that are effective are readily available, and they are proven to increase resiliency, but ultimately it comes down to those relationships. Key number 3. Sometimes the apple does fall far from the tree. Yes, you heard it correctly. Sometimes the apple does fall far from the tree. We cannot let children be bound by their environment, background, or surroundings. We must provide children with stories, examples, and role models so that they can realize success is possible and they can meet their goals with the right work ethic and commitment. Key number 4. View children not as problems to be fixed, but as individuals with strengths, dreams, and opinions. In traditional schools, many of us have been trained to focus on identification, remediation, and correction of deficits. While we do need to know where students are struggling and do all we can to help these students master important skills and content, in doing so we must use their skills, their abilities, and their interests to provide them with what they need to thrive and overcome those situations which seem impossible. How do we build relationships with our students? First, it takes time. Learn about students' personal interests and backgrounds and then connect this to school as much as possible. Be aware of classroom dynamics and model appropriate behavior. Key number 5. Students must be actively involved in the life of the school and their own learning. Connections to people, to content, and to overall learning environments will help students grow and overcome adversity. We must challenge students to track their own learning, create goals, and connect to other students who have like-minded interests. All students must be challenged with curriculum and high expectations. Passiveness is not the road to resiliency. Key number 6. The stuff of school can be cold and impersonal. When is the last time you made genuine connections with a student? Laughed with a student? Shared stories with students? School can be warm, fun, and personal. We focus too much on testing, schedules, and instruction, and then we make children believe that school is something that is done to them. Key number 7. Resilience isn't constant in any of our lives. Think of a time you bounced back, learned, and grew in a tough time. We all have times when things are going well and times when things are just tough. Resiliency is not a constant, but it flows through our lives when current situations and challenges present themselves. Here are a few other strategies for building resilience. It is a personal journey. Everyone reacts differently to traumatic and stressful life events, so keep this in mind as you work with children. A student's culture may have an impact on how he or she communicates feelings. Do your homework and know more about their background. Resiliency is not a trait that people have or don't have. It involves behaviors, thoughts, and actions, and it can be learned or developed. A final thought. A quote by Thomas Edison. I am not discouraged, because every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward.